Hello, everyone. Gonna do an emergency button press just to be sure. And another. There we go. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. We seem to be being dodged by kitties again. Oh, speak of the devil, we have Sammy entering camera in the play area. He's probably heading towards the litter boxes or the bed. Ember is being a nuisance. There's Sherbet passing through. I think the rest of them are getting food. Yes, Tass, we're hunting for a basement. We found a basement key, and so far it doesn't work on any of the basements. It is distinctly possible that this is another one of those instances of we have already found an instance of that's not what that word means. One can only hope it will be below us. I'm trying to remember what the other instance was. I've forgotten. Last stream. Last Painscreek stream. But yeah, it's pretty engaging so far. Gonna have to come up with a better organization pattern for my notes soon. Dwarven basement, right, Tess? So last time we got to Wanda's house, and we have another thing that needs a tool to fix. And we have all of the strong indications that this whole mess is orbiting around a person named Sophia. The commonly held information is that she died. I'm sorry, that she was fired and she left. But there's a whole lot of, what we did to her and, she's haunting somebody kind of stuff going on. So there's also a lot of killed her to keep her quiet. And a buying time, seeing if we can get a cat on camera. Jeez. While I distract Ember from chewing on everything. Yes, you can't eat that either. As well, you keep trying to put this notepad where I want to be. Let's switch over to the game, though. No, she's just... The more agitated she is, or the more energetic she is, the more that she'll, chew on things, rub her face on things, crawl all over me. She's bursting with energy. She's either trying to inject it into other things or burn it off. That's right. A happy kitty. No, can't do that either, baby. All right. Well, hopefully we'll find one of the cats. We'll put it on the bed camera since that tends to be a safe bet. Okay, so a new thing we encountered is this drawer is jammed. And I wonder if that applies to the jammed door in the burned house where Andrew died in the fire. Where maybe we could fix it with tools. Hello. Watching her little tail wag here. Ember's tail doesn't do the little. With some cats, you can tell if they're moving around kind of happy and confident. Like Max, happy and confident, is tail straight up with a little question mark at the top of it. Yeah, there are no cats on cam, Tess. They're all dodging the cameras. Look at this. This guy's by the food dish, which is down and right from the play area. Mason, Sherbet, and Sammy sometimes all go under the bed. Ember's getting water, which is near where Sky is. So we're going to hedge our bets with the pillow there. So eventually Sherbet or Sammy will want to nap. Under the assumption that. Okay. Did the cabin have a lower level? Like you could, it wasn't stairs to it. Oh wow. Okay. Wanda's house is right down here from the church. Who'd have thought? Here's a side door, but there was no indication of an unlock option. There isn't an unlock, you can't do it. Same with a place. You can't put a thing if there's not a designated put a thing spot. You'd really think by the music that this was a more traditional horror game, you know? And this would clearly seem to be a basement, and the door is locked and exits the zone, but it's not locked from this side. And given the layout of it, that's full-on secret tunnel territory as well. We got the key to the basement from here, from the kind of his box of stuff that was at the orphanage. The Francesca? Is that the one you're referring to? Yes, she's why I was telling you it's like so I guess every girl named Francesca in an anme's got to be kind of a sociopath. I like how she goes full on like biker gang member when she goes into her angry mode. You should. I don't know if you've encountered it yet, but the first combo that she has, the first person that she teams up with, is kind of amusing. For those that are unaware, we're talking about a game called Eiyuden Chronicles. It is a spiritual successor or kind of love letter to an older game called Suikoden. And really, Suikoden 1 or 2, not the later ones. Okay. Not at the church. Really doesn't seem to be at the church. Didn't they... Okay, they put a time capsule at the cemetery. So we're at the church. We turned left from the church. Where was the church? The barber shop. Where am I at? Silver Lake and Clover. Okay, if I look out of Clover, that, then church and the cemetery are here. I'm still enjoying that game so far, Tess. It's pretty good. Pop the trunk. Oh well. Hey there, Tanuki. Back for some more murder mystery with us? Don't know what this exquisite key is for. Main character Tess has a lot of... I mean, he's not shonen protagonist, but he is largely just an I want to help people kind of person. So he's not quite blank slate. You know, he's not just I am a vehicle for your conversation choices. Definitely a personality and behavior set there, but he's also not such a heavy character that it feels that it doesn't feel like you can put yourself in his shoes. Okay, so this is the grandmother. Whose journal was it? That was Derek's journal. No, okay, Scott's journal. One of Scott's journals. We are doing well today, Lucas, and welcome, welcome. You and Tanuki. I don't recall if I greeted Tanuki properly. We're doing pretty well. A little bit of a late start this morning. I'm going to turn this down a little bit there. The wind in the leaves is very loud. Okay, it's not that one. Ah, okay. Oh, neat. It's the timestamps. Thought there was one where it was Trisha told him they wanted to make a time capsule. Sadly, all of the cats are MIA from the cameras. Like, they are all avoiding the cameras. This generally doesn't happen. I mean, there are 8 cameras for that reason. There are heating pads out as cat lures. They're all evading camera. Ember was crawling all over me a little earlier. Is it Derek? No. Trisha? No. Who's Daniel? Seems to have been related to Andrew. His safe was either busted open by the fire, or it was busted into and something else was taken, leaving this note to be damaged. But if that's the case, that would be a realism oversight, given the heat of the flames and pervasiveness of the flames indicated in the room's damage. This is the detective. Mary, who was the new girl. All right, Tanuki. So this is that first indication. 1990, yeah. Could have sworn there was something in here about Trisha and somebody making a time capsule, and I thought they agreed to put it in the cemetery somewhere. Oh. Help me, notes. Wait. Trisha asked Eric to make a time capsule, big stone nearby in the cemetery. Now I want to verify because I feel like I kept skipping over it. Is April 1st? Yeah, right here. I flipped by this over and over. Buried the box near a big stone in the cemetery. Now, do we need a tool to extract it? Looking at Magdalene's grave here because she seems to be a problem in this whole operation. Like, she is definitely involved. I need a tool to dig. Okay. Oh, man. We need to get into Miss Patterson's house. There's no basement for that. Doesn't seem to be a basement for the church. There's a basement in the hospital, but the key didn't seem to work there. And there's no sign of a basement in the manor. We did get another key at the manor that we haven't ID'd yet. Silver Lake. We get into Miss Patterson's house, we should be able to get into... We should be able to get a key for the photo lab, and from the photo lab, we should be able to get a shovel and potentially access to more tools, since I believe the guy that runs the photo lab borrowed a shovel and tools. He brought the tools back, but forgot the shovel. And the toolbox is locked. Okay, so let's go back up to the security room and see if we can read those labels that I completely forgot. Garage key in the nanny room. Okay, here's Dorothy's room. She has a Bible. Note time. It's 131:6. Charles, I've worked here for more than 20 years, and I'm so glad I was able to spend time here with everyone. I greatly appreciate the opportunities you gave me and the time I spent with Trisha. Dorothy acted as almost like a surrogate mother to Trisha, given that Charles was constantly away on business, like out of town, and Vivian was busy at work, even if she was in town. She was everything to me, and she loved me. She smiled whenever I called her, and I wish I could have given her more. Despite what has happened here in Painscreek, so this is like a year after the death, I think. There are moments of pure joy that we've all shared together, and I will hold those memories. I'm sorry that I'm leaving, and I won't be able to serve you anymore. So it's seemingly good terms. Hey there, Ricardo. And, yeah. Okay, diary. Playing a murder mystery game, so there's a lot of, like, finding documents, taking notes, and finding keys, and the like. I believe Andrew tried to kill himself again. Ooh. Notes. Scott intervened. Andrew was never like this when Laura and Daniel were here. Okay, here's an indication of Daniel. Dorothy is one of it is the longest term employee, and if I had to guess, Andrew is up there. I'll check the log, but well, it'd be in the security and the employment records, but I don't know that it's necessarily worth there. Hey, we do have a cat finally. Sammy has revealed herself. while we're here. Okay, Laura was Andrew's wife. Oh. But maybe not any longer. Now, is this after his death, or is this after after an incident? You know, hey there, Mud. Welcome. Yep. Oh, yep. For leaving him and taking their son. Which explains the letter to Daniel. We're doing well today, doing well. A bit of a slow start, so I had to scramble to get everything ready in time. But we should be good. Should be good. And hopefully the microphone won't flake out as much today. Okay, this is October 10th. I don't know if there's anything pertinent here. Visited him in the hospital. As this, was he found dead from the burns, or is this the I think this was like the mental commitment. I think this was listed in the medical records that they inexplicably left behind, causing massive legal concerns. I think this is before the fire. Okay. '95. This is getting closer to time of the incident. Talking about Charles and Vivian, showed the photo album. To my surprise, Scott became very quiet. He asked if he could borrow one of the photos. Borrowed the photo. And this is June 19th. So by this time, Andrew is dead. And Daniel is 15. Just heard Ember trilling down below. Hey there. Licking her chops. She must have gotten a little more food. Gave him some wet food this morning. There's Sherbet looking around. Hey, bud. Yeah, cats are coming back out into the open. the late start disrupted their morning routine. Who's been sending money, which aligns with the letter. Again, that letter seems interrupted. Oh. Or I had considered returning. It's if only I had called her before the fire accident. It's I feel sorry for them. So is it why would it be important to call her before? It's like because she was Laura was considering coming back. Uh is there something about the timing? Laura or Daniel there? Questions. Their diary? Yeah. Okay, this is an older. More Manor Dorothy's room. Already a new page in. I really hope we get another game like Tunic. That was so much fun unraveling that mystery. Hey there, Oni. The cats were hiding from us when we started the stream. So now we have found more of them, and the sky is up in the tree, his favorite spot. Coding project is coming along well. We fixed a lot of bugs, we made a lot of bugs, and we ultimately made progress last time. We'll see how well we do today. This diary. This is 72. Then 20, 72. Okay, Sophie has been hired around this time. Ooh. Recommended by Matthew. Would be Father Matthew. Okay. Martinez didn't like Sophia. Well, Wanda didn't like Sophia. Thought she was being manipulative and had ulterior motives. Dorothy, around the time of hiring, says she's a hard worker and, she likes her. Okay, delivery drivers were oogling. Uh, there is a comment implying Sophia's outfit is showing a lot of skin. Is that intentional or the nature of the uniform? I mean, the stereotype is it would be the nature of the uniform. But it's her uniform needs more cover. So again, potentially nature of the uniform combined with person wearing it. 2073. Matthew frequently checks on Sophia. Hmm. I didn't know better. I think Matthew liked her. So, hey there, 3. Welcome back. Said she was probably his cousin, but now she's thinking, hey, do they like each other? Welcome back, Tanuki. We were just going through journals. We realized we could get into Dorothy's room. Okay. 73. Indication that she's an orphan. All right, this is tying that orphanage in further. 3, this game is called the Painscreek Killings. It is a murder mystery game. More data, more data. Trunk? Not open trunk. She had a full-on little shrine. I presume this is some form of jewelry, 3? Okay, so we got the nanny's room, Trisha's room, and the tea room. The garage key and the attic key and the guest room key were missing. Attic is off of the security room. Presume this would be the attic through here. I've played several of the God of Wars. Uh, I mean, the original ones were okay. They were decent action games. The kind of the remaking of them, like the this happens later when he has a kid. The I played the first of that. It was pretty good. Was the garage? Was out and around to the left. I tried the basement key because I can't recall what it was, but there was another. That's not the word for that moment before. Oof. You got to work on that kind of thing, 3. Not healthy. Okay, we still have that old rusty key. It's not an uncommon thing. Part of. I don't want to over assert, but part of dealing with that kind of thing uh, can sometimes be finding a different direction for it, finding different targets for it, so that they aren't. So that it's not so destructive, you know? Still give you an opportunity to work through the emotion, but uh, not in a way that you. Not in such a destroying fashion, you know? Even then, I know, I mean, you know, risk of damage to self and property should be mitigated. Now, stuffed animal, that's a reasonable target. The rage stuffy, as it were. Bernard was in 73. Wanda before him. Reed before that. And Dorothy well before that. Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. We don't have the key code. To the painting. We don't have the key code in Scott's room. We might have to make some inferences to get these. And we don't have... Oh, wait. Okay. Laundry room heads out to the garage. Wine cellar door was locked with no way to interact with it. go to the gallery room or near there. So we can mess with these. We put a book back, and it really seems like there's going to be some sort of passage off of it. So if we come into the study and we look, like right here, there's this bump out, but then there's an indication that this is a passage. I don't play a lot of mobile games 3. When I do, I have a pair of nonogram puzzle games. And that's a key indicator of it. 3 is oh, this guy moved. Oh, okay, here's where he went to. Laundry room leads to garage. It's the library, which contextualizes where we are. Need to turn about, go this way. Can we find Sammy? Yeah, there she is. Wine cellar. We are here. We need to loop around. Kitchen. Laundry room. Okay, yeah, that leads out to the garage. Just like on the map, we're heading to the gallery. This is master bedroom. Exquisite key is master bedroom. Nice. And also fancy. I mean, the goal is to find out who the killer was, but it doesn't seem like there's some, so far there's no indication of a threat entity. It's just real spooky. Oh, we have key. Ooh. Just the presence of this. This is a key for room 201 in the hotel. /in. Yeah, just the presence of that here is interesting. Sunglasses, diary. Let me... Not Charles. It's Vivian. I do not, 3, but it sounds familiar. Like, really familiar, but I can't really recall. Who no longer wants Scott as assistant. Interesting. I wonder if this is at the point. Hello there, Scorpion. I wonder if by this time is after Scott is asking about Sophia. And welcome back, Mila. Okay. This is technically reasonable. Uh, but again, it might be after Scott has started to ask about Sophia. Scott is a fast learner. He should be up in no time. Charles was the one who insisted on hiring him. Charles likes the boy they've been hunting. I don't understand his love for hunting. He sometimes spends more time in his cabin than he does at home. Okay, so that is cabin belongs to Charles. Oh, and by this point, Vivian is aware of Sophia. How did he find out? Okay, Vivian knew about whatever is going on with Sophia. Name's Andrew. Has Bernard watched Scott? Hey there, Bacon. Okay, this is April 8th. The town photographer will cover the Easter stuff for free. Bacon, we're playing the Painscreek Killings. This is a murder mystery game. I don't know if it's relevant that Oliver did that. Before. Let's see. She doesn't really want to talk to Charles anymore. Trisha is quiet. Interesting. No idea, 3. Uh, I just suggest something you like playing a lot and something that you can, when you make the video, that it is something that you can lend your spin to the game. Something that makes it entertaining to you and your audience. Don't just play a game. Make yourself part of it. Okay, by May, the kind of relationships in the town are falling apart. Okay, by this time, she's forbidden Trisha from seeing Scott. This is 6, 7. Why did Trisha have to pick him? Unacceptable. I am going through this slowly because I am taking notes about it. Definitely the clock key. Okay, door is just locked. There's no keyhole, you can't unlock it. Get a question, just fire away. I mean, if we're talking like algebra, I wouldn't be able to answer. If we're talking hex, that would be something like 10. He came upstairs. Where's the tea room? E on the left. Oh. Oh, is that balcony? It's in my notes, but should be written out here. 3:20 on the dot. Dinner, tea room. Letter to Vivian. Sealed letter to Vivian. I'm not writing to you as your doctor, but as a friend. I know you had your suspicions about Charles. Now that his affair is revealed, there is no point beating around the bush. Is 1975. Okay. So this is some time ago. If you want to protect yourself in Trisha, there is only one way. You have to make Sophia and the baby leave Charles. Ah. So I think this lends to the idea of Charles had an affair with Sophia, and Scott resulted from that. In order to ensure that Sophia and Scott don't supplant them, they do something to remove Sophia, and Scott ends up at an orphanage. And that is why when the relationship between Trisha and Scott goes from, good friends to more, that's why everybody intervenes to try to stop it. All right, Bacon. Thanks for joining us. They need to be moved away from Painscreek. We'll, of course, have to compensate for her leaving. Is this bribe her or pay someone to make her leave? As per Charles, he will need to know that having his affair publicly known will destroy his political status. People are not so forgiving when the mayor they trust is involved in such a scandal. Figure that Charles will try to add the child into the family registry. I would do the same if I were him. It is a boy, after all, and the child will be able to continue the family line. If that should happen, I cannot imagine what will happen to you. Threat to Vivian and Trisha. From Henry Johnson, the doctor. Very relevant, very relevant. Hey there, Tricky. The murder mystery continues. Okay, this one is... Second letter, no date. I've given careful thought to your request, and here is my answer. I have provided a new prescription for your mother-in-law, Magdalene. It is 3 times the strength of her usual dosage. Detailed instructions will be sent with the medicine. Should you decide to do it, you will need to administer the medicine carefully so no one suspects anything. Call me if you have any questions. Make sure no one in the mansion ingests any of it. There's layers to this, Lucas. So this is an indication that Vivian and Henry conspired to kill Charles's mother because Charles's mother was pressing for a male heir. And after Vivian's miscarriage, she could not provide any more children. Charles has an affair with Sophia, which results in a male child. And then Vivian conspires with the doctor and someone else to remove her. But I expect the grandmother is still interfering. So this is her conspiring to kill the grandmother. It is twisty as all get out, is what I'm getting at there, Lucas. Warning to ensure no one else takes it. Well, this would probably explain why Magdalene is dead. The dose is strong enough that they have to be cautious about giving it. Okay. That one. Okay. To the inn. Hey there, crazy. Welcome. Hey, we haven't broken into this car yet. Oh. It is near... It's near 19 and 17. Interesting. Might be a red herring. Here, Clover. Okay, we take Clover, and that'll put us where we need to be. This guy have a glove compartment, and there's that red car that we should check too. Oh. I just noticed that there's a bloody handprint on the glove compartment, which is locked. We are... It seems that the town is abandoned and the police force has been relocated, so we can do whatever we want. 201. This is the detective's room. He never officially left. Okay. New page. We have a locked briefcase. Needs a key. One bibble. We have a 297. A figure on a roof. Is grassy and beside a building with ported window. Three, 997. The box with a cushion. Maybe a combo lock. Don't know what that's showing me. Oh, is that the cabin? That might be a radiator there in the lower right corner. I'll check the back of these. No worries, Tricky. Notepad. Nard. 31 Silver Lake. Oh, father died in mine accident. He was at home the day Vivian was killed. No alibi. Earthy Mary Moon Cafe. Crossed out. The sheriff. 10 a.m. 511 at the outpost where we started. Hey there, Pedro. Things like corner stores are a really good thing, 3. Uh, One of the issues a lot of places in the US have is that shopping is related far too far away from residential territory. I think I recall you swinging through, Pedro. Okay, there is a locked classified files file cabinet in the police office. Oh, okay, here we go. Panel in reception area. Part of the counter. See, latch on corners. interesting stuff. Hey, what, 3? Three, I have gotten frustrated before, but I am generally able to avoid any sort of like anger or anything. Definitely frustration, though. It's part of the counter. Sort of secret compartment. It's the other side of the counter. Mila, a lot of your conversation has intentional asterisks, and some of it is being uh, auto filtered. I would request that you dial it back. The upper cat is Mason. The lower cat is Sammy. Let's see here. Sherbet is in his little cat tree. Sky has driven Ember from her favorite spot there. Sky's the fluffy gray and white one. And Ember is on the white table. In reception area. Part of the counter. Is it the counter or a counter? There's a lot of obstructing things. It's going to be a secret compartment. It feels like it's this. You just realized that. Is there another counter? Headphones can be indeed useful. Panel in the in reception area, part of the counter. So latch on a corner. We're going to step away for just a moment. Time for a break. I will be right back. Getting settled back in, resuming in a moment. Okay. Now, where is this secret panel? How does it feel like streaming? It's kind of like public speaking for way longer than I'm used to, or that I had been used to. But it can still be a lot of fun. Welcome back, Lucas. It has been very interesting. Shadow of the boxes. Okay. Maybe this counter? Varies at the time. One that I'm putting a lot of time into now, Pedro, is Ayuden Chronicles. It's a JRPG. Very old school sort. But you're looking at my face right now, 3. It has already been revealed as such. Well, now you're just speaking nonsense. There's no distinction. One was the detective's room, and it was Neil Murley's before.
Hi, this is Oliver Gibson. I just wanted to thank you for letting me borrow your toolbox and shovel. I'm currently out of town for a few days, and I didn't get the chance to return it yet. In the case you need them, it's currently sitting in my photo lab. Ask Mrs. Patterson for my spare key.
When they run around like crazy, it usually means they have energy to burn off. Cats are especially known for this because they are short burst ambush predators. So when they have, like, they nap a whole lot, but often they will have a lot of energy at that they don't get to burn off otherwise. So you can actually mitigate some of that if you get some, like, usually the sort of, like, little ribbon wand or those kind of things, kind of cat toys. There are 3 cats currently. Mason and Sherbet are laying together, and Sammy has the pillow. Let's say in the reception area or near. Unlikely to I reserve the right to refuse any dare or question, but if you have a question to ask, a truth to ask, go ahead. Our journal. How to download App Store. Um, if it's like well, I know iPhones do, and I expect Androids might as well, is there are default apps built into them, and sometimes there is a menu option to restore them or a place to look for them. Just placed at one of the corners. By looking in the wrong spot. It's part of the counter, but I mean the corner of the counter, a corner of the room. Wait, that's conspicuous. But it might just be a lighting anomaly, and I can't get to it, so. A lot of programs like that, though you should always be cautious installing that kind of thing. Since to operate many such programs will work by altering the executable, that can mean giving free reign to that program to, do other stuff. That be the panel? Looks like it could be a panel, but it might just be the texture of the wood. There's got to be the inn's reception area. There's no unlock option for this locked toolbox, so... Like, this is a good candidate for a panel. Latch is placed at one of the corners. They serve a lot of wine here. Hey there, Amancio. We're looking for a secret button. You ever play a game like this and find yourself craning your head to try to look where the camera isn't showing you? I prefer pancakes. I don't dislike waffles, but I favor pancakes. I do recall you swinging through multiple streams, Amancio. Says it's in the reception area, though. Okay, so let's... Inn's reception area. It's part of the counter. Now, you would think what they're saying is part of the desk or the counter, like a corner of the counter. But this is a possibility. I just don't see anything around a corner that would be a switch. Do they mean the corner of the panel? There we go. Aha! Hey, look, they got a stuffy. A clock that is pointing at about 10:35, but the numbers are weird. Okay. Clock. Ends are about 10:35. Logbook. So we have 3:20:97. Yeah, arrives. Saw Matthew. He was thinner than he used to be. Talked a bit. He told me that he'll be leaving Painscreek soon, sir, since his services won't be needed. I think the recent deaths in Painscreek affected him tremendously, not to mention the tragedy that befell his adopted son, Scott. Hmm. Implied that it's separate of the murder. Is Scott the body outline at the hospital? Antium, yeah, we're playing a murder mystery game right now. This is the Painscreek Killings. You get money for making videos. At particular tiers, there is funding that is available. So there's advertising money. It's starting at YouTube Partner. You can get memberships and super chats akin or stickers akin to what Lucas has done there. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it. On that reference, shameless plug, there are channel memberships available at $1 and $5 that give you access to things like channel emotes and early videos when I get around to making those again. Okay. A4 14 7. I'm presuming that this is Anne. I told him everything I legally could. When asked how his investigation went, he said something about an incident that happened in 75. Isn't that around the time that they had the conspiracy to remove Sophia? As he left, I couldn't help wondering if it had anything to do with the mansion maid. And Lucas, welcome to the Catbot tier of membership. Welcome, welcome. I really appreciate it. As you can see, you get that little logo next to your name. Over time, that logo accrues cats. And we've got some channel emotes. If you look at that logo for the membership, that is the same creature that is the central character in the game we're making. Uh, Rabbit plush. Wouldn't the phrase be "it's a me" as opposed to "is me"? Perhaps it is presented differently in other languages. Is there another clock somewhere? Pertinent locations. You know, let's go to Bernard's house. We have that rusty key. Could that be a key to Bernard's house? His address was listed. 31 Silver Lake. So if we exit left around, we'll hit Silver Lake. Well, that's really flattering, Lucas. Very flattering. Seven. Towards the church is even lower numbers. If it happened in Miami, I would seriously doubt that it was aliens, given that there's uh, plenty of people that are willing to do crazy things, and it is documented because of the arrest laws in Florida. It's got to be around here. $31. So this is Bernard's house. Okay. Rusty key from Bernard's locker was his house. Bernard was the butler. It's interesting that a lot of these places still seem like they have just been abandoned abruptly instead of moved out of. Just listen to the sinister escalation of the music. A lot of pill bottles. I always found things like bearskin rugs to just be tacky. Hmm. We do know that Bernard was a avid hunter. He used to hunt with Charles Roberts a lot. Case of X's broken open. Can I take an axe? It would help me get into these buildings. I feel it would be a lot more expedient than just trying to find keys. This clock is the same as the one in the inn's special compartment. Hello, Sky. Hello. I acknowledge you. I do. Much hunting paraphernalia. Hey there, Fraggy. We're doing well. It is a question of, like, that's a lot of axes. And why would you need to display axes? Like, were they special axes? Was it some sort of collection set? Hello, Sky. Hello. Sky demands attention. I am not moving the mouse currently. He is. Hello, buddy. Hello. Do you want to sit with me or do you want to just be a nuisance? At the moment, the answer seems to be nuisance. You'd expect it would have to be some sort of thing, like axe like objects from around the world. Maybe he was a real axe enthusiast. Yeah, I know you see that I have a pen and a pad of paper. Sky is moving the mouse again. It is not uncommon for Sky to rip up pads of paper and pens, if not just steal the pens. Hey. I'm not protecting the mouse from him at the moment. On the plus side, this isn't a game where it causes problems. Accident. Ha 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 ha. Sky has taken over. So we still don't know how he managed to do it. Uh, but several months ago, or a few months ago, Sky managed to slice open one of his paw pads on his hind legs. Like nasty cut through the paw pad. So I had to take him to the emergency vet, get him treated, and he spent a good while with a big old bandage on his paw. Uh, and since then, he has been much clingier, much clingier. Much more chatty when he wants something, as opposed to just chatty when he wants to punish me for not paying sufficient attention to him. Because before, his primary vocalization was to chirp when he wanted something, and if he didn't get what he wanted, to chirp when he was about to throw something off a shelf. Like he would chirp at you, and then if you made eye contact, he would then keep eye contact with you and throw something off a shelf, and then chirp at you again after he had done it. It was very much a "Hey, look over here," followed by a see what you made me do. This guy's demanding that I itch his chin right now. Okay. What else we got? Pencils. Empty manila folder. Oh, envelope. Four. Let's see. January 3rd, 94. 2 weeks ago. Scott asks about Sophia. Hey. The noise filter I work is very effective and it filters out the cat sounds. But often when I'm talking to them, they'll make noises back. Ember only trills. Sky has a wide variety of vocalizations he can do. Sherbet and Mason do, they all purr, but Sherbet and Mason have very quiet voices. Uh, and Sammy used to not talk a lot, used to not make a lot of sound, but she has learned that she can cry for attention. Much more traditional plaintive cat cry. Told him that she was once a maid that worked here, but after a few years she decided to leave. Today I commented about the conversation with Vivian. She asked if Scott had said or asked anything else since then. I could see she felt uneasy. Told me to keep an eye on him. Eric doesn't seem too willing to drive for Vivian. I don't think a 5-day trip is that long. Charles often had trips longer than that, and Derek never seemed to mind them. Now that I think about it, Derek is unusually quiet when Vivian is around. He doesn't seem to look at her. Like he's avoiding her. I wonder why. Further delay by Cat because Sky has grabbed my right hand in both paws here, which makes it difficult to use the mouse or write. Sometimes he likes the spot right behind his whiskers scratched, but you got to be careful doing that because cats generally don't like it when you touch their whiskers. It's uncomfortable. Hey there, Ims. Welcome. We're working on a murder mystery, and we're paused for a moment because I have to pet a cat. I'm okay. I will almost universally abbreviate names. reprieve here. Doesn't want to drive for Vivian. Should be listed on the channel. Vivian has been getting increasingly paranoid whenever she sees Scott, upset by his presence. She's now asked somebody to replace Scott, but Charles keeps him around. Yeah. So what we've learned so far as it recontextualizes this kind of thing is Scott is a child from an affair, likely a child from an affair that Charles had. And it seemed like the plan of that affair was to get a son to be the heir of the family, since Vivian couldn't conceive anymore. You did say that, Mila, and you saying it twice implies that you're trying to get a reaction or a comment on it. If you would like to make the comment, just do it. This might be, by this time, Vivian has determined that Scott is the child returned. So at this point, did she find out who Scott is? Death anniversary. I can't believe it's been 2 decades. So this is the father that died in the mine accident. Tombstone is full of falling leaves. Looks like autumn has started. Mom's tombstone is covered in leaves too. Read today's newspaper and updated him on the things that happened here recently. So this is he visited his father's grave. All right. Thanks for joining us, Himes. As I sat there talking, I wondered if he could hear me. Will I just spend the rest of my life serving Charles and Vivian until I die? What will people remember me for? I saw Scott and Trisha today. They looked happy. I almost envy them. I think my chance at ever having a relationship with someone is over. What would my life be if I had accepted Angela? Angela is an unknown quantity at this point. I don't think we would have been happy. She wasn't my type anyhow. Who was my type then? Okay. This might be maybe pertinent. Interesting. Okay. New page. AOL password. Study room lock desk hint. Subtract. Yellow darts. Points from red total. Cecilia's apartment code number. I don't recall seeing this anywhere, but maybe it'll come up. Yeah, Chrono cursive is one of those. There are some folks in some regions desperately clinging to using it, despite it having very limited application. Do you have a dartboard in here, or is the one in the inn? Locked door. Are you coming to sit with me, Sky? Or are you just going to be you're going to be a nuisance still, huh? Okay, come here. Sky says time for more attention. Sitting on my lap and biting at my pen. Okay, okay. Get in there, but there is a locked door. Yeah. Sky is in full nuisance mode at this point. Hey. Hey. Full nuisance mode. He goes out of his way to touch the mouse or kick the mouse when he wants lots of attention because he knows it kind of forces my hand. Ha 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 ha. I get those deep ear scratches in there, really really get your fingers in his brain, you know? Those little paws flex. Okay, so I think it's the inn. It's the only place that the darts are visible on the board. Hey there, King. We're at Silver Lake. We're at the side street on Silver Lake. Okay, we've arrived at the church, but that at least gives us a landmark. Now we're gonna go right, and we're gonna go left. Red car. Red car have glove compartment? Red car's glove compartment isn't interactable. There's a blue one, or a green one on Silver Lake, and then there is a there is the detectives, and the detectives has a bloody handprint on it. Okay, red. Doubles, triples, bullseyes, 25 and 50. Okay, so yellow is 30. Hey, quit it. And red has 18 and 8. That doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right at all. Yeah. Red is 18 and 8. Yellow is 30. Oh, we'll make the player's score 0. Double is the last. There's only a yellow double. Players thrown their 3 darts. Their score is added up. The total is then subtracted from that original 501 to create the final value. Okay. So red could be... They haven't thrown their 3 darts yet. So the yellow isn't done. So it could be 471 and quick math. Okay. Once again, Mila, I would ask that you stop trying to spam things. If you have questions, you want to chat with folks, that's fine, but you're just sort of winging stuff into chat. Red is 26. Okay, yellow dart points could be 30, and the red total is 576 and 3 more. 570, 473. And it's either 473 or 443, depending on if that yellow 0, the yellow is counted as 0 or 15 or 30. Let's find out. Right, going down Clover. This should hit Silver Lake. Then we need to go into the side street on Silver Lake. Wrong turn. Weren't fully on Silver Lake. Or we veered off Silver Lake. My missing my turns here. No, it's 26. So it'll be 75. Or 75 or 445. Let's find out. Assuming it's... Oh, come on. I presume 0. Red's total points should be 475. And yellow has either 30 or 0. So it's either 445 or 475. But it's 4 digits. Maybe it's 2630. darts around here that I overlooked? Be weird and if the inn was the source of his password, since anybody could come in and mess it up. Study room desk lock hint. Maybe it's not his. Maybe it is at the manor. So I think the study at the manor had a locked desk. Dartboard in here. Use the dartboard in the laundry room. Where are we on the first floor? Room is there. Okay, study room. It's that one. Towards the stairway, which means we'll turn right over here. Okay. Anywhere else that had a dartboard? Go back and look at the inn. Maybe there's something about the dartboard that I'm missing. Because the total score requires 3 darts being thrown. And you have to end on a double. Is it like a score sheet laying around or something like that where they were keeping track? I know the remaining darts are behind the counter here. $26, and that's a double that's a double on 15. Okay, no. Throwing a double will make the whole score 0. So in theory, yeah, should still be 475 or 445. So they scored 0. Yellow scores 0. And so their score. We do that. How do we indicate that? Welcome back, Amancio. You were here. You were here earlier. Yes. We're gonna see if we can at least solve this. We reach Silver Lake. Left here. Go up the street. The road and hang a left. We're still playing Painscreek, the Painscreek Killings, Amancio. The murder mystery one from earlier. So it's red's total points. Now, it's possible that somebody tampered with that because there are 3 darts that are pulled down. $475 minus 0 doesn't work. Wait a minute. AQBK. Is that like the manufacturer or something? Yellow darts have 30 points. Because it's not the last dart. The next gaming stream, probably. Gaming streams start at noon when they happen. The next stream today is the coding stream. Oh, there's something off about this. Let's look at our pictures. It's a double 15, which is either a 0 or a 30. And it's only supposed to be the last dart that zeroes out the score. But since there's only one dart, that could be last score. That's 0 or 30. So we subtract yellow darts points from red total. Basement is one of the missing things. We have a key to a basement, which we have not been able to find yet. The 493, 83, 75. Red's current should be 475. But is there a tip about that KQ? Many rooms in the house, Amancio. And there are other houses, too. Wait. Oh. Red's total score isn't added up yet. Okay, here's one possibility. Both of them haven't thrown 3 darts, so they only have 501, so it is about 501. Nope. Make up your mind, Ember. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, I know. Like, no. It may be 501. There could definitely be a hidden basement. The blueprints don't have any indication on that, though we do have a safe key, or a safe key code, that we haven't determined yet either. Something missing here. Daniel. Let's try. There was a tip to the code, which was the total score of the red darts minus the current score of the yellow darts. Which is a 3-digit number at best. So we're trying to transcribe that into a 4-digit. That could be 475. Let's go through those iterations. $45. So this is the dartboard at the time. Red has an 8 and an 18. So and then we have yellow on a double 15. And this is the scoring mechanism here. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. The outer one is the double ring. So yellow is on the double of the 15, and red has an 8 and a 18. The scoring, which might be blurry here for you folks, is the standard version of the game. Players must start and finish with a double scoring dart. Okay. Both of them effectively have no points. That's what it should be. Well, okay, let's go with the idea that we're subtracting both of their total points, which would give us a negative number. And we have to transcribe that into a 4-digit code. So what if it were then... Damn, quit messing with my notepad. 9, 8. This game is the Painscreek Killings. And then as an added wrinkle, we have KQBK. But it might not be this study room. There's also the study room in Bernard's house. Like, he has a locked desk, too. Now, if there was another dartboard anywhere, that would also be cool. Go back to that that note. Have this locked door, which could be from anywhere. Oh. Or I forget this. Bloodstained wood panel. Need a put. Yeah, this lock does not have that. So let's go through those iterations again. Many houses, Amancio. There's a house for pretty much every named person in the thing. Including a church and a hospital. So here's another yellow dart. Okay, he has a dart case as well. We can't take the darts. All right, thanks for swinging through, Mila. Let's all be exasperated together, folks. It was behind the door. Not that one. This one. Okay. Just going to write these down fully. That cat is Sammy. Is one of the 5. She's a little tuxedo. Second smallest. It has a bullseye. A 20 in the ×3. And then yellow has a 2 and a 7. Okay, and the game is not ended. So we have 70. Sorry, no, you're right. 50 and 60. Because the bullseye should be a 50, I think. Yeah. So that's a 50. We have a 20 in the triple. So that's 110. And then yellow has 9 points. So it should be 400... 397 minus 9. So first we're going to say 397 minus 9. Okay, So then we're going to do the more obvious one. So I have 397, which is minus 9, so we're going to be 388. About 388.0. Yes, but the Red's total score. Well, let's try it that way. Red's total score should be, but it's not totaled yet. There's just the 2. So let's try that. Let's try that first. So let's try 101. No. So it's yellow's dart points from red's total. So if this is all of the red, like if we count this as the ending, I only have the one channel, Amancio. I technically have a Twitch stream going now as well. But I have 2 streams going, one in the tall format, one in the wide format. Okay, so a 50 and a 60. And then we have a 9. Check those rules again. Aim is to finish the game with as low a score as possible. Scoring a double on the last dart makes that player's score 0. We don't have a double in any of the darts. Did I mess this up? Did I mess this up? Okay. Okay. What if it's both dartboards? All right, Lucas, thanks for swinging through. Okay, yellow at the house, so yellow at the inn had a 15 times 2. And red had 2 darts, didn't it? Well, let's... Red also had an 8 and an 18 at the inn. Okay, so what if we go here, then the inn, that means yellow would be 0. If we combine the 2, let's start with combining the 2. So we have 501 minus 110. $481, as well as 475. It's 956. Minus 39. Be like 915. No, 917. You may give me a nickname. I will probably forget it. Okay, what if we total them all up? It's 26, so that would be... Oh, let's... Six, and yellow's total is either 39 or 0. So let's start with 136 in both permutations here. Okay. So now let's subtract that. It would be 97. Yeah. Ah. And a bullseye, and a 2, and a 7. And 0 doesn't count because they're across the board. Wait. Look at this. Look at this. There's a hole on this 6. Now, it could be graphical artifact. There's a distinct mark on the 6, and I don't see that sort of indicator anywhere else. Okay, there's a 6 and a 13. There are 2 darts missing. So, once again, let's conspiracy theory. Red is 110, like, this is the fixed value. Red is 110, and yellow is 9. If yellow is 6, so there's 2 possibilities here. We have 110 plus 13. There's a little mark right here. Right about here. And there's a little mark right about here. If red got the 13, then red's score would be the dart total would be 126, which would then be 501 minus 126, which is a hard bit of math. Hard bit of head math for me. So just a moment here. $123. Numbers if it is calculating. it's the 6. Corresponding one is ultimately result in or this is 6 minus 22 or 385 minus 22. Okay. Welcome back, Bacon. If we don't get this right this time, then we'll pause for now. So it is 363 is a convergent value here. I think. Yeah, 363, 363. Yeah. So it's like this, or oh man. That seemed so right. Okay, how about try each of them. The other way. No. Hmm. The wrong ones. 6 and a 13. Oh, looks right. Math looks right. $108 or hey there, Adam. Well, welcome back. And to solve a puzzle here. Don't see any more marks. Wait. There are there. Okay. There is a yellow dart in there. Let's assume that there isn't a red and that the yellow is a 6. So red has 110, which means it could also have 391. And that would mean yellow has 9 plus 6. So yellow has 15. So the results would either be 95 or 376. Let's try those numbers. One more try. Not that one. And okay, let me get a picture of the one in the inn again, which I deleted prematurely. So study has +1 yellow. Church. And there's no anomalous markings here. And there's 4 red darts is the thing. Each player gets 3 darts. We don't... Oh, well. We'll have to pick this up. Ah. Well, we still haven't found the basement. And we have 2 different dartboards. With 2 different score markers and a couple of different ways to interpret the way it's said. And all of these are a hint for the desk lock, which could be the study in his room, or it could be the study in the manor room. So there's all kinds of wiggliness to that. We'll have to get to that later. How many pages did we add today? 3, 4, 5, and 6 pages added today. And I feel like we can solve the dart puzzle, but it's unclear what it would be at this time. So we're wrapping up the gaming stream for the day. In about 45 minutes, we're going to get back in with the coding stream. To get out, move around, get some food, that kind of thing. So I want to thank everybody for watching today, for joining us today. Special thanks to Lucas for a super chat and for joining at the Catbot tier. Thank you once again. So if you're not going to join, well, whether you join us or not for the next one, I hope you had a good time and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Catch you later, everyone.